my channel. So today's video I thought I would sit down and just kind of explain. If you watched yesterday's vlog, you will have heard that I am having surgery for a sarcoma. Itchy nose, just a second. So the day I'm posting this will be Wednesday the 9th, and today is the day I'm having surgery, so if you could keep me in your prayers, that would be wonderful. Okay, so sarcoma, if you don't know what that is, it's like a cancerous growth. My mom had one, so I'm like not even really like freaked out really about it, because my mom had one, I think it was last year, she got hers removed. Same surgeon I'm going to in Spokane, which is about 6 hours away from where I live. And so when I first discovered this, I was right after I gave birth to my first son, Elias, so over 3 years ago now. I noticed that I had a huge lump on one of my hips, on my right hip, and I just thought that my hips were like really askew. So I went to the chiropractor, and then the chiropractor was even saying like, your muscles are really bunched up, so she gave me some stretches, and I mean, my hips are tight, so I didn't think anything of it, but I mean, you can feel it. It feels like a rock on my right hip buttish area, and you can even see it. Maybe I'll try and like show you guys in the mirror. Okay, so I'm gonna try and show you really quick. So this is fat, jiggly jiggly on my left side. My right side is firm and hard, and usually once I point out to people, they can like tell the difference. I'm trying to keep my shirt up, and this is an undershirt, by the way. You're not actually seeing my stomach. But that right there is the lump. So that, like I said, this is fat, and I can like grab it and it's jiggly. But this side is like hard. So get a really good look at my butt there. That is where my sarcoma is. This is like the size of my hand. I don't know what it really is, but like if I tighten my muscle, it gets even harder. So I kind of thought it was muscle for a little bit. But there you go. But it's a really large lump on my hip, and I was also just like, oh, it will go away, whatever. This, I'm learning, is my personality. I went to a dentist appointment like 3 months ago, got some fillings, my teeth continued to hurt, and it took me like I think 2 months before I even called to like set up an appointment to like have them check it, because I'm just like, it'll go away. But anyways, so after talking to my mom, because she got her sarcoma taken care of, I was talking to her about my lump, and I have her feel it and all this stuff, and she's like, I'm quite confident it's a sarcoma, the same thing I had, so you need to get that checked out. So I finally, that was probably this summer of 2020, so just shy of 3 years since noticing the lump, I went and got an MRI, and they basically came back with, yeah, you have something there. And then so they wanted me to get a biopsy, which I was really nervous to do, because I thought a biopsy would like, they were gonna like dig in there and take a sample. It really wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. That it's just like one tiny little spot that they like probably put a needle in there or something. I didn't watch them do it. And the biopsy comes back that it's a low grade sarcoma. Low grade meaning it's slow growing, which makes sense because I noticed it, 3 years ago, and it hasn't bothered me. I haven't had any pain. The doctors that I went and seen were always like, so what kind of pain medication are you on, or how uncomfortable are you, different things like that. And I'm like, don't even really notice it. It bothers me to the extent of like when I'm working out, I can't lay on my right side. I'll either roll onto my stomach or roll onto my back, because it feels basically like I'm like if you were to put a baseball on your hip and then try and lay down on it. That's kind of what it feels like. Or baseball, a tennis ball, something quite substantial. And, but it doesn't hurt. I did start to notice, like, when I'm sitting on the toilet or, like, just trying to sit on a flat surface, I'll kind of tilt. And so I'm like, eventually that could definitely be bad for my back and stuff like that. So it hasn't really bothered me. And so I got the biopsy, saying it was low grade, slow growing. And then a radiologist here in Bozeman called me, and well, we did a Zoom call. And I did not like this guy. Like, I want more babies, and I'm proud of it. And he, basically, like, so I'm, like, nervous already to get radiation. Because I'm like, that already is just, you know, not a good thing that when you think of radiation. But also, it affecting, like, having babies and stuff. And so when I ask him, he's just like, yeah, basically, I wouldn't be surprised if you can't get pregnant again. And was just kind of nonchalant about it, and then said, if you really want more kids, like, the way he just said it was just very off-putting, but if you really want more kids, you could have your eggs frozen and you could do a surrogate. Okay, I am paying, my medical stuff is Medicaid, so no, I am not going to pay for, like, a surrogate. No, not that rich. No. So, it was just completely ridiculous, and he just, I get that they're, like, concerned about your health, but I just thought it was, like, didn't care about the fact that I want more kids. He knew I had 2 kids, and he seemed like, that's good, you're good. So, let's see, what else to say? So, I talked to the radiologist, did not really like him. He was going to set me up. His plan was get radiation, go see my friend, the surgeon, in Salt Lake City, and then, he didn't say this, but 99% sure he was going to have me come back and get more radiation. My mother, again, having had the same thing, she literally, like, when they noticed her lump and got the MRI and stuff, they immediately sent her off to a surgeon to get it removed. They didn't give her a biopsy or anything. They were like, it needs to be removed, let's remove it, and then we'll see what it is. They did not do that with me. That was also why I was kind of irritated even about the biopsy and stuff, but whatever. So, oh, fun fact about biopsies, they were like, yeah, let's get this. And the one thing to be concerned about is if it is cancer, when we take the biopsy, it can spread cancer spores. So probably not the best thing to, like, just dig in there. Whatever. So, okay, so talked to the radiologist. So I called the surgeon in Spokane, the one that did my mom's surgery, myself, because I was just like, this is just what I want to do. I want to talk to a surgeon. I don't want to talk to a radiologist. So called him, and then from there, the radiologist said that he was going to set up a Zoom call between me, him, and the Salt Lake City surgeon. And I was like, I didn't really want him in on the call, but I was like, okay, sure, because I wanted to talk to both surgeons and kind of figure out who I felt most comfortable with. But I never heard from the radiologist again. My best guess is that when the Spokane office contacted to get my paperwork, he was just like, oh, she's doing something else, so just never spoke to me again. Whatever. So, it's already lengthy. We're already at 8 minutes. Let's go. So, the surgeon in Spokane. So now I'm connected with them, and so because they were in Spokane, like, they wanted to have a visit to basically just look at my MRI and stuff together and say whether or not surgery was what we were going to do. So they were going to set up an in-office visit, and I'm like, that doesn't really work for me, because my mom had experience here. She actually did drive there for literally a 10-minute visit to say, yes, you need surgery, and that was it. So I'm like, I live in Bozeman. Can we do this on Zoom? Because I don't want to drive 6 hours for a 10-minute appointment. So it took 3 weeks for me to hear back that I could do the Zoom call. And then from there, I think it was set up 3 weeks out. So then we finally have the Zoom call, and that was October 13th. Where was October 13th? It was right around there. It was right around my birthday, because my birthday is October 11th. I feel like I got the result on my birthday. So maybe the call was like October. I don't remember. No, I think I got the results from the radiologist on my birthday. Or because I don't know. Sorry. But basically, yes, I think I talked to the radiologist. It was right around my birthday, and because his news was just all bad news. But I had the Zoom call. I don't remember now. I thought it was the beginning of October. I don't know. At some point. And I know it's been 7 weeks since I had talked to the surgeon in Spokane. So he said, call me when you know what you want to do. So I called that same day after talking to my husband. Okay, we want to move forward. I talked to the receptionist. She was very rude. And she was like, you need to talk to the surgery scheduler, or the surgery schedulers will contact you. And I'm like, I don't think they will, because I was like, how would they know to contact me? She said he would put in an order for it. And I was like, I don't think he's going to put in an order, because he told me to contact him when I knew what I wanted to do. And she's like, okay, so what do you want to do? And I was like, go forward with surgery. Okay, so how else can I help you? So she was just like very rude and obviously completely ignored me, because 7 weeks later, so I gave them a good chunk of time just because I knew it took so long to hear back about the Zoom call. I kind of anticipated waiting a little bit. But so on this Monday, so I'm filming this on, what is it, like December 4th, and on so 4 days ago. Anyway, 4 days ago, I call them and I'm like, hey, just want to make sure you haven't forgotten about me. Different receptionist. She's like, let me look up your file. She looks it up and sees that, he said contact him when I want to move forward. And she's like, did you call? And I was like, yeah, I called that same day. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'll get a note to him immediately. I'm sorry for the delay. He calls me the next day, gives me the dates throughout December in which I can get surgery, and then into January. I just want to get this thing done. So happened he had a date literally a week from our conversation. 1 second, my phone is ringing. So turns out he has a date literally a week from our conversation to have an in-office appointment, followed by surgery the next morning, and bam, that's what we're doing. We're moving forward. We're getting this done. I'm excited to get it done. So I'm excited to just have it over with, especially before the new year. New year, let's start fresh. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so a couple of things about surgery. Because of where it's located, and that was one thing too that the radiologist kind of had me freaked out about, but the surgeon said shouldn't be a problem, is in the MRI, it does look like this tumor. I guess we're calling it sarcoma. It's by my pubic bone. So it just seems very close to baby making parts to me. And so that had me nervous. But what the surgeon was saying, that basically if he's able to remove it and I don't need radiation, it should not affect childbearing at all. It's the radiation that could kill my eggs. So anyway, that's a blessing. I believe that I'm really believing that we have this removed, don't need radiation, and just everything is fine. He did say, so it's close to nerves, so he is going to get in there and he's going to get as much of it as he can. He won't be able to get it all because it is close to nerves. My sciatic nerve, I believe. And so my mom's was the same, they couldn't get it all. She actually got radiation after the fact because there was a little bit left. And the surgeon said, basically, sarcomas are weird. Like, they aren't necessarily benign or malignant, meaning growing or dead. Like, hers was like in between. And so it's such like a rare thing. I think when I Googled it, it said there's only like 200,000 cases a year. So it's like, it's pretty rare. But she got radiation afterwards because the surgeon said, basically, if it grows back, I can just remove it again. And she's like, well, I don't want to go through that again. So she got radiation. And she said that is the part she regrets. The radiation was completely terrible. Scorch sunburned her. Like, they say it's a little sunburn, but she was like completely fried. So, so that just kind of adds to my not wanting radiation. But that being said, yeah, so there'll probably be a little bit left behind. But again, if it's all low grade when they take it out and test the entire thing, then I think I don't need to even really worry about getting radiation at all. And that's what I'm believing I'm for. And so, yes, that's what's happening. Anyway, so, he also said there could be weakness in that hip, which I'm praying against. I'm praying against any nerve damage. I'm praying that everything will basically just go smoothly. He literally said to me, this is completely ridiculous. He has never had anyone with severe nerve damage, but it's bound to happen at some point. Why would you say that to me? No, I will not be that one. I am going to be completely fine. I believe it. And I feel like no matter what happens, God's in control of all this. And I think that's why you're probably like, why are you laughing? Why are you happy? Why are you chill? Because really, I have no, like, being concerned about it, being worried about it is not going to fix anything. It's not going to help anything. Whatever is meant to be will be. God is in control no matter what. And that's that. So today is the day. I'm having surgery. So be praying for me. I will be back with updates. I plan on continuing to vlog all the way through the year, like I said. So I'll be bringing you along to the hospital with me. And I'm really just excited to get into the new year and get back on my legit weight loss journey. So thank you so much for watching. I don't really know what else to say. I'll see you in another video